Hello everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel, Jesus Loves Everyone with Pastor Adillo. We wanted to make the YouTube channel, Jesus Loves Everyone with Pastor Adillo and Counselor Bob, but YouTube channel only allows so many words, so we just had to stop at Pastor Adillo. We're excited to bring you another version of our YouTube channel. What we're trying to do is teach you a process that allows Jesus to come into your life and stay in your life, your whole life. From the time we're born to the time we die, Jesus loves everyone, and there's a path to Jesus. I know this because I've been using it and teaching it to people for years and years, day in and day out. And so what I'm trying to do is give you the teaching tools to bring Jesus in your life. There's four major tools we have that you have access to anytime, day or night, and that is the embracing Catholic spirituality with emotional core therapy. This is the primary book for Catholics that I put together. It's my last book. I've written several other books that cover Christian spirituality and the five major religions, the spirituality with that, accessing that with them. And I have books for agnostic and atheist people too. So love thy neighbor as thyself is a common phrase you'll hear me talk about. There's a path for nearly all human beings to have peace and happiness. The power of Christianity and prayer is a brotherhood of human beings that people know and have from time to time. They have a fainting, elusive approach to having Jesus in their life, but they've never really had access till now. Why is our approach so special? Well, because I discovered the root cause of stress years ago when I put it into book form, I put it into video form, journal article form, and app form, so we all have access to it. So these are four teaching tools you have right now. If you go to the Android version of the Emotional Core Therapy app, you can access my app right at any time. And the app has my journal articles, links to my books on Amazon, and my YouTube channel. So you have everything right there. You can use it anytime, day or night. This approach you can use for any type of stress you're having. Say if you're suffering from alcohol addiction, cigarette addiction, depression, anxiety, marital problems, kid problems, you can access this to release any stress you have in your life and get back to a peaceful state of being with your Creator Jesus. So this book is really one of the primary tools I use right now. You can go on to Kindle, Amazon Kindle, anywhere in the world and access to it. What it has is stories that I've written, case studies I've written. I've made these up because years ago I had a regular emotional core therapy book that I used to train people, train professionals throughout the state and the country for CEUs, continuing educations. So this is a book I built off that. Why is this so special? Because it has stories of how people had suffering in their life and they got back to Jesus. Anyone can access Jesus by putting Jesus first, through a nice image of Jesus that keeps you calm and peaceful. I like this image right here. If you see this image of Jesus holding the lamb, it's an image I have right here of Jesus. He's peaceful, and I think about him all day long with stress. Now, anytime there's stress, there's 8 things that happen when you're stressful. These are the 8 steps that happen when anybody's stressful. And that is, 8 things happen. I use an acronym for this. It's called Real Nervous Souls Experience Bodily Stress Racing Everywhere. So real is relationships. Any type of relationship you have, you can plug into this process. Real is relationships. Nervous is needs. Your 4 needs causes stress. The needs are emotional, financial, spiritual, physical. The next acronym is Real Nervous Souls, your senses. Your 5 senses happen automatically to intake the stress you have. Real Nervous Souls experiences the emotions, the 4 emotions. The 4 emotions cause us stress. That's what gets us away from Jesus. So you have to learn to let go of those emotions. So real nervous souls experience bodily as your brain central nervous system goes throughout your muscles, tendons, in your body. That's what stress does. Real nervous souls experience bodily stress. Stress is your symptoms. Where do you feel stress? Everybody experiences stress differently. Some in your chest, your head, neck, etc. Real nervous souls experience bodily stress. Racing is releasing. Learn to release your stress. Once you release your stress, you can get back to a peaceful state of being. Talking it out and writing out are great ways. There's other ways that we talk about in my book too, but primarily talking out and writing out are great ways to release your stress. So once you learn this acronym, Real Nervous Souls experience bodily stress racing everywhere. Everywhere is getting to a balanced equilibrium, getting to a peaceful state of being with Jesus. So again, Real Nervous Souls experience bodily stress racing everywhere. Learn and practice that acronym, which is the acronym for the 8 steps. Real nervous souls experience bodily stress racing everywhere. Real is relationships, nervous is needs, uh, experience real nervous souls your five senses. Experience is your emotions, body is your brain central nervous system, stress is your symptoms, racing is releasing process, everywhere is a balanced equilibrium with Jesus. Once you learn that process, you can basically handle anything. It's like putting, I use it, the acronym, the image I use is putting data into computer. We're entering data into computer and getting back to a peaceful state with Jesus. Any stress you have during the day, put it into your 8-step process. We're going to release it and get back to Jesus. So what we're going to do today is, again, the book is a teaching tool, but I'm going to talk about the app today, because you really can use the app anytime, day or night, 10, 20, 30, 40 times a day. That's what you need to do to really access Jesus. You need to start using the app, if possible, and learn these 8 steps. So here, let's go through the app. Why is the app so beneficial? The app itself teaches you to use the 8 steps automatically. So why is the app so beneficial? The app treats the root cause of stress like the books and videos do. So the root cause of stress is the temporary arousal of one of the 4 emotions. That's the beginning of the app. We teach you that, okay? So what are the 4 true emotions? The 4 true emotions are joy, grief, fear, relief. This app allows you to rate your pain 1 to 10, which is grief and fear, or your joy and relief, your happiness. You can use this app to monitor your happiness, which is just beautiful. So the more you do good things in your life, it's kind of rewarding. You bring Christian people in your life that are giving, accepting, and honoring your emotions, and learning to grow together with Jesus. It's one of the best pathways I know to live a strong, healthy life. So the 4 emotions are joy, grief, fear, relief. The acronym I use is just get friggin' real. Just start to memorize those 4 emotions and release them. That's what gets us away from Jesus, is the stress in your body. So here we go. Next step is to let's go through the app itself. So here it is. The app starts with this. You'll see a little green, when you start to see a little green icon right here on the app. Click on that so you're ready to begin. So the first step of the app is this. And we want to use this 10, 20 times a day till we understand it and master it, till it gets you in a long-term memory. Then you own the process. What is causing you stress today? Okay, learn to put this in the app. Talk to the app. There's a voice activation mechanism on the app where you can just basically talk to it like your girlfriend or boyfriend. Talk to it like you're talking to Jesus. Pastor Dill has a phrase. He says Jesus has been his friend his whole life because he's talked to Jesus his whole life. And he's basically had him as a friend and helped him to build support when he's lonely. So you're basically talking to your app, or you can talk into the app or write into the app your stress, whatever you're feeling. So what is causing you stress today? So for me, my stress is teaching people how to get back to Jesus. And I need better visuals, and I need better computer technique to help to get me access to that. We don't have it right now. We hope to get a bigger studio, help to get better visual aids, and we'll be able to do this a little bit easier for us. We need a PowerPoint presentation is what we need. So again, what is causing you stress today? You write it down in the app or talk in the app. That's the first step. Remember, we talked about real nervous souls experience bodily stress. Real is relationships. Whatever relationships you have, you enter into our app. Okay. The second step, and that, by the way, this could be anything you're going through today. Backaches, feeling tired, drinking coffee, all these, playing with the kids. These are all events that cause you stress. Stress can be good things too. It could be joy and relief. So being stressful, listening to good music, good song, being with friends. These are all positive things that can cause you stress. Okay, that's the first thing. So whatever you're feeling stressed, get used to put it in the app. That's the first step. The second step is this: what is the predominant need of someone or something that's causing you stress? The needs of other things or people or places cause you stress. You have to learn to compartmentalize these into 4 basic areas. So we have emotional, financial, spiritual, physical. Say somebody's talking a lot, they're causing you stress, you're listening to them. It's basically emotional. Say you lose, you're losing money in an investment. That's financial. Physical, basically, maybe you're lifting up something that's heavy. You're taking something in your body like too much coffee or something like that. That's physical. Spiritual, it could be, and that's what our stress is today, is spiritual. How do I teach you guys how to learn the spiritual process? That's what's causing me stress. So what I have to do is basically ask these questions to you, my audience. One of the best ways to do that is put your questions down at the bottom of this YouTube channel, of this video, and say, Bob, I don't understand this about your process, and I'll help explain it to you. We can answer general questions. We can't answer specific questions about each human being, but we can talk generally about how the process works. for confidentiality reasons. So here's the second step again. What is the predominant need of someone or something that's causing you stress? Earlier we had the acronym real, nervous. Nervous is the needs. Okay, so emotional, financial, spiritual, physical. I even have an acronym for the needs. Every feeling soul prospers. Emotional, financial, spiritual, physical. So you want to prosper in your life with Jesus in your life, right? So learn to examine the needs that are causing you stress. Every feeling soul prospers. Every Christian prospers. How? By examining the needs that cause you stress. That's the next step, okay? And you have to get used to doing this 10, 20, 30 times a day until you master it. Once you master it, it's your long-term memory, you don't really need the app as much. I really don't need the app as much myself because I master this all day long. I learned to honor my emotions. I learned to put Jesus first, bring good people in my life, build good support, grow in the brotherhood of Jesus. It's kind of a fascinating phenomenon. But that's my duty and obligation is to help other people with this process. That's why I've written these books, put this YouTube video. The YouTube video is emotional core therapy training video. It's an hour long. It's on YouTube, but it's also on my app. You can access that anytime, day or night. That helps you. I give about 20, 30 examples through the YouTube, YouTube video. And the YouTube video, again, is called Emotional Core Therapy Training Video. Just learn to watch that too. When you're on the internet, it'll help you learn the process. Okay. So the third step is it happens automatically. What senses are being aroused? So like right here, I'm teaching you this process. I see it and I hear it. These are the two senses. But generally speaking, this step happens almost automatically for people. The third and fifth step happen almost automatically. So there's really only 6 major steps you need to learn to handle, to learn to put Jesus in your life. That's exciting. So we're here to, and this has never been done before in history of mankind. Why? Because people go to schools and they cover different religions and they're not learning this process. That's my challenge to you, is to bring this to you in a nice, easy method. People go to school and they learn faulty techniques through psychology schools and through spiritual schools too, through synagogues, churches, and mosques. They're teaching things that are incorrectly getting you away from Jesus. It's the fourth step that is really key about our approach and what makes it so different. The fourth step is rating your emotional level of pain: joy, grief, fear, relief. You have to learn to monitor your body for the things that are causing you stress and rate your level of pain. Or pain or joy. So joy, grief, fear, relief. The acronym is just get friggin' real. Learn to monitor your stress 1 to 10 through this app. If things are causing you a lot of stress, then you have to move away from it. We want joy and relief in our life. We don't want grief and fear, but they're all temporary emotions, okay? Our first emotion, our first relationship is with Jesus. We put him first over everything we're doing, okay? The fifth step, as we talked about right here, is stress reverberates throughout your body. This is automatic for people. Stress goes through your brain, central nervous system, down to your muscles and tendons. It's an automatic step. There's not much we can really do about it. It's going to happen to you, okay? That's what we call stress. Stress is like an echo. It reverberates through your body. You have it till you don't have it anymore. That's why we learn to release it, okay? That's why this is so fascinating, this app, because once you learn to put Jesus first, you can basically handle almost anything in your life, and you stay strong, and it helps you monitor to bring good things in your life versus and leaving the bad things. If you put your hand in a stove, you don't do it again, right? So once things that cause your body stress, why would you do it again? If something's going to cause you grief and fear, you rate it 7, 8, 9, like say too much pop in the morning, well, guess what? Don't do it anymore. Too much soda pop. What things that cause you grief and fear, you have to learn to move away from. You have to learn to embrace the 4 emotions and learn to identify them. It's a secret of life. Once you do that, you move towards relationships that bring you joy and relief, get rid of grief and fear. Personally speaking, I've been struggling with drinking too much Dr. Pepper for years, and I finally learned to beat it. You know how I beat it? Because it was making me sick to my stomach, the sugar crash I was having. I was working in the emergency room late at nighttime, the graveyard shift, and I was trying to stay awake through drinking Dr. Pepper, and I was crashing. It was just horrible. And I still drink it after I left, and after a while, I tried to drink, I went to Starbucks to try to get help, and I drank their iced tea, but that sugar was making me bad too. So now I drink a little coffee in the morning, and I got rid of the crash of the sugar, and I'm doing much better for the last couple of weeks. I'm excited. But most human beings have to go through the same process for whatever they're doing. They have to learn from the bad in life. It's really the secret of life. Back when I was younger, I was the #1 boxer and wrestler growing up in Illinois. But I used to get beat up so bad in the boxing ring and in the wrestling room, I had to learn to move away from it. It was basically hurting me. I had 3 nose surgeries. I still have trouble breathing for that. I had both shoulder surgeries done. And after a while, I said, you know what? I'm tired of getting beat up. So I went and did something else. I played golf, tennis, went to the gym for exercise, and I'm doing much better. Recently, I gave up golf because it was hurting my neck so much. I still play tennis, though. I enjoy that. a good walk is good for me because now I'm almost 59 years old. But the challenge of me is that as I get older, is we can do less and less with our bodies, but you still do something with your mind. And that's why I'm excited. It's really a wonderful process for me to bring this to you for people. When I come and see people, I say, whatever you're going through, I'm not here to judge you. Whatever, say hypothetically you're an axe murderer, you just murdered 15 people. My role is not to judge you in what you're doing. My role is to help you handle the stress you're going through. How is this working out for you, doing bad things in your life? Is it really making you happy? And people inevitably say, no, I want to do something different. I don't want to be in jail the rest of my life. I want to do good things, do you see? So you learn to bring good things in your life and good people by examining all the relationships you're in and putting Jesus first. That's why I like this whole process. So the next step after the step 5, remember step 5 it happens automatically. That's stress release your body. Is step 6 is, where do you feel this stress? So you learn to monitor your body and mind for your stress. If you feel it in your mind, your body, your neck, your chest, wherever you feel it, your stomach, you write it down, or you're talking to the app, and you learn to monitor your body for the stress. The 7th step is the biggest, is the hard part for everybody, and that's to learn to release your stress. Okay? So we release our stress. 2 of the best ways to do it are talking and writing out. You can talk and write out any type of stress you're having with this app. It's your new best friend. Day or night, you have him right there. It's only a moments away. What I like is in the Wizard of Oz with Dorothy. Dorothy says, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Well, stay peaceful with yourself. Learn to be calm and peaceful with yourself. And put Jesus first if you're Christian. If you're not, just learn to have a mindful state of being. The Buddhists they use deep breathing for mindfulness. It's not a religious approach, it's a spiritual approach. They use mindfulness and the Four Noble Truths, and they've been peaceful for years. I actually borrowed my techniques from a lot of Hindu and Buddhist clients of mine who helped me write the book. And so what you learn is to have a deep, relaxed state of being. That's the 8th step. But the 7th step is you learn to read it out, write it, release it through talking and writing. Remember we talked about the acronym, real nervous souls experience bodily stress racing everywhere. The 7th acronym is releasing. Racing is releasing. So learn to release that stress. Once you learn the acronym and master the acronym and master the 8 steps, you can basically handle anything in life and put Jesus first because you've mastered the whole process. You're going to put Jesus first in your life and externalize and release the stress. We externalize stress and keep it out of our body. It's just temporary anyways. So how do we do this? We talk into the app and we write it down in the app. Well, we talk about stress. So my stress right here is learning to teach you this process. I don't know how long it's going to take. It may take weeks, months, but I'm here for you. Me and Pastor Adil will teach you this process eventually. We'll get better at what we do. We'll get better visuals. We'll get better computer help. And then what we'll do is we'll learn to bring this to all human beings throughout the world. So that's our process right there. That's our challenge that's causing us stress. So the 8th step is get back to a balanced equilibrium. All right, and that's learn. The way we do this, we watch the video. Once you have the 8th step is to have a deep, relaxed state of being. Pay attention to your breathing. Maybe pray to an image of Jesus. In and out, stay calm. We're basically using this app 20, 30, 40 times a day because we make 20, 30, 40 major decisions a day. Okay. Today I played tennis and I actually got B's. It was still a lot of fun, but I don't have a good topspin forehand. That's why I'm losing a lot of my matches. So what I do is I need to practice on the ball machine, just go over and over and do that routine until it's automatic. Then I can start beating better players. But until then, I'm just going to lose a lot. But it's still fun. I still enjoy what I'm doing. So that's what I did today to use the app and help me with the stress. Once you learn this app, say for me, I'm teaching you this app to help you realize how to use this app and this book and the videos and the training and the journal articles, how to use these tools to help you get back to Jesus. Well, guess what? Once you learn it through this process, say for tennis, you can use it. You then transfer it to any other approach. That is indeed why this approach and what Pastor and I have is better than any approach out there. Because when you learn these other approaches that people are using, you're not going to be able to transfer it back and forth. Once you learn the emotional core therapy 8-step process and master it for any specific thing, whether it's addictions, whether it's for depression you're going through, or anxiety you're going through, or anger issues you're going through. All my books have chapters on anger because anger is just grief, okay? Jesus says, don't let the sun go down in anger. It's really just grief. So once you get in touch with the anger you have, it's really grief. You learn to move away from that grief and you get peaceful again. It's fascinating. You can monitor your anger, grief on the app, which is wonderful. And the app does cover in detail the symptoms of the 4 emotions, joy, grief, fear, relief, what it does to your body. There's About Us section that helps you with that. So any questions you have, again, put them on the bottom of the screen right here. We'll be glad to answer them. We're excited about this process. we'll be here till we go. As long as we live in life, we're going to find better ways to teach you how to get back to Jesus. It's our obligation. Jesus has helped Pastor and I, Adilo, so much in our life. We really like the good support systems. Personally speaking, it saved my life. I've had Christian people around me my whole life. It's helped me live a long, healthy life, and I think there's great support systems, as we talked about in the other videos, through the church. You know, one of the things about churches, synagogues, and mosques is it's an imperfect process. People sometimes get hurt when they're going through that, but generally speaking, they're good support systems, okay? They're like cheerleaders. They're going to help you go on and win the game. You just have to use them the right way. When things bother you, you have to learn to deal with your emotions and fears. So say you joined a choir and somebody's bothering your choir. Well, you have to work through that, okay? Generally speaking, these are great support systems. The rituals they have in the church, synagogues, and mosques to use to help build support. You have to learn to tap into them. The books that I have help you teach you how to tap into the spiritual approaches that these religions offer. And if you're agnostic, atheist people, we have different support systems that throughout that you can use every day too. So thanks again, and again, put any questions you have in the bottom of our YouTube video here. Put them on our YouTube channel, and we'll answer those questions as we come into play. Thank you so much.